What's happening, party people? Here is your review of Raw is War, 4th of June, week commencing 4th of June. Starts off with Lashley coming out, basically saying he's the new champ. And he also made this clear and emphatic statement that there's no one in any division or in any company that can beat him. That's a shot heard around the world. As he said that, Fury comes out and Fury's like, listen, he's got the money in the bank. He's the youngest money in the bank winner. He's the youngest United States winner. And he's going to cash in on Roman Reigns when the time's right, or Brock Lesnar. So that remains to be seen. So we'll see what happens there. Then we had the Mysterios versus Damian Priest and Finn Balor of Judgment Day. I still don't understand what's happening with that group. But anyway, good match. Obviously, a few near falls. There was a part where Ray was incapacitated and Dominic was basically leading the charge. But yeah, good match. In the end, the Mysterios won by Ray acting to be hit by the chair. But I think it was Finn had the chair. Yeah, Finn had the chair and Ray acted like he got hit by the chair, Eddie Guerrero style, and won the match by DQ. Then we had Miz and Logan Paul going back and forth. Obviously, Logan Paul, they're going to have a match, I think, at SummerSlam, so we'll see what happens there. Then we had AJ Styles versus The Miz straight after that, which was a good match. But AJ won by the flying forearm, which was a good match. But after that, he was beat down by Tommaso Ciampa, which God knows what's happening there. Then we had Liv Morgan come out and basically talk about how she's the champ, how happy she is to be the champion. She's the champion for the fans and the WWE Universe. While she's doing that, Natalya comes out. And then after Natalya comes out, Carmella comes out. And then a brawl breaks out. And then Bianca comes out to back up Liv Morgan, which then turned into a tag team match with Liv Morgan and Bianca versus Carmella and Natalya, which Liv Morgan won. Then we had a party backstage celebrating Independence Day, whereby Ezekiel was talking to the Street Profits, and then he had a hot dog. He's putting tomato sauce in a hot dog. Tomato sauce went over somebody. You couldn't see who it was. It turned out to be Seth freaking Rollins. So that led to a match between Seth and Zeke, which Seth won in the end. But then he was hit by RKO from nowhere by Riddle. Then we had Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits going against Alpha Academy and Theory, which was a good match. Obviously, Bobby and the Street Profits can all go. But in the end, Lashley won it by a spear on Gable, I believe. Lashley's on a tear. He's unstoppable right now. I don't think the United States Championship gives him justice, but whatever. Then we had R-Truth talking about Independence Day because he was dressed as Uncle Sam apparently, and then Gunther comes out basically saying, it's basically flattening him really. Gunther basically was going to flatten him, but then it was Gunther versus R-Truth in a match, and Gunther flattened him. Yeah, that was it. Then in the main event, we had a no-hold-barred match with Becky Lynch and Asuka in a really good match. Back and forth, obviously they both can go, both brilliant wrestlers. But in the end, Becky hit, I believe, the manhandle slam, I forgot the name of it, off the top rope anyway, through a table and got the win. So Becky sort of puts herself back in a winning position, so that's pretty good. So that was Raw. SmackDown, Roman Reigns came out, basically saying, he's the guy, he's back, he's happy to be back, because wherever he's been on holiday or whatever. And then Paul H said basically he's scared for Roman because Brock Lesnar is obviously the next challenger and he's hungry Brock, so he's a bit scared. While that was all going on, Fury came out and basically said he's going to cash in on Brock or Reigns. No matter who wins, he's cashing in, so we'll see what happens there. I reckon he's going to cash in and he's going to lose, that's what I reckon. Then we had the Viking Raiders versus Jinder Mahal and Shanky. Good match, but in the end, the Viking Raiders won. After the match, the New Day came down and said, hey, we want to beat you down. And yeah, the New Day got beat down. Then we had Gunther. He basically said if anyone wants to face him for the IC title, they've got to earn it. And then they have to go through Kaiser. So then we had Shinsuke, obviously came down. He went against Kaiser and won, which then made Gunther mad. So then he proceeded to give Kaiser some chops on his chest, which looked painful. Then we had a Liv Morgan interview, basically saying how she's happy she's now the champ, and the universe is happy she's the champ as well, which was interrupted by Natalya. Natalya comes out, running her mouth, and then Ronda comes out as well. So then it turned into a match between Ronda and Natalya, which Ronda actually won quite quickly by submission. Then we had Max Dupree showing the new tennis collection with his models. Then we had Aaliyah and Lacey Evans. So Aaliyah was meant to tag with Lacey Evans to face another two people. But Lacey Evans cuts a brilliant heel promo, basically saying to everyone, when she comes out, she expected a better reaction, how people in the state that there was in Texas are useless, they're bogged down by all the steaks they eat. It was quite funny. I'll definitely say go and watch that promo. That was one of the best promos I've seen all week on Raw SmackDown. Then we had the Usos versus Los Guerreros. I always get the pronunciation wrong. Good match, which the Usos won. And then in the main event, we had Drew versus Butch from Sheamus's contingent, which was basically nearly a squash match. But yeah, Drew won, obviously. It was actually meant to be Drew versus Sheamus, and the winner will face I think Roman Reigns at the Battle at the Castle or something like that in Cardiff. But there wasn't a match, which will probably happen this week on SmackDown. But that was that. That was the review. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Take care.